I felt a thump in the room when Annie came through the door. She's our executive director. Cam is on technical this morning. Bex is on the producer chair. Rashida is cooking your breakfast. Hi. I didn't think you were going to look at us since we turned the techno off.
Yeah. YouTube doesn't like if we play music that's copyrighted, so we got to turn that off.
You're welcome to talk amongst yourselves while we're doing the show, just not too loudly. And once again, Annie is late for work.
We clapping today, Becky? No?
Wow. It sounds kind of funny on the radio when it's just you can just
quack,
yeah,
quack.
exactly.
Wow, not enough people showed up to clap today.
I say yes. You know, I have a struggle with doing my job without some paparazzi.
Right. Put the clap track in.
Right, you ready to get started?
Sean can do anything.
2 hours of fun coming up your way.
Are we on YouTube, Cam? Oh,
we're on YouTube?
We're live, yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to turn off my volume right here. Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's been a few weeks.
I know. Welcome to the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo Radio. No.
No, okay. Tom wants to clap.
Jesus.
If you see me
Where's
clap,
my
clap.
motivation?
Exactly. Okay, clap.
The problem is my arms are so sore.
Were you doing
from the gym yesterday?
Presses?
Yesterday at my gym, maybe I shouldn't say this on live. My workout partner was Sue Bird in my gym class yesterday. And I was trying too hard to keep up, and I'm so sore.
Your workout partner was Sue?
Sue Bird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
So you were trying to keep up with Sue Bird?
I'm trying to keep up, and I can't.
Oh, my goodness.
Imagine that. That's fun.
Welcome to the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo Radio. We're coming to you from our kitchen studios here in downtown Seattle, the back side of the Hotel Andra, beautiful Hotel Andra. A couple of our guests here this morning are staying overnight here. It's a lovely hotel, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Shaking their heads. Absolutely. A staycation, but they're from Kansas.
Kansas City.
I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
Bex is in our producer chair. Cam's on technical. And we've got Chef Rashida back there doing the techno bob while she's making breakfast. Yes, please. Of course. Do I look like I miss any meals? Join us for breakfast anytime or during a live recording, which is what we're doing right now. Tickets are available at hotstovesociety.com. And if you're there, while you're there, you should look at some of our classes. Asian macaroons with Chef Rashida on April 4th. What is Asian macaroons? Is that a flavor profile?
Ube, maybe.
Oh, yeah. So just flavor profile.
Sesame, maybe.
Spring into Sunshine with Chef Sean McFadden on April 17th. Some fun spring recipes. We're going to talk a little bit about Easter today. We have the pre-orders open at the Dahlia Bakery for pickup. I would pick up for Easter personally from the Dahlia Bakery either English muffins and make maybe eggs Benedict, or I would pick up the frozen cinnamon rolls, even though they're expensive. I know they're expensive. Don't tell me. I know. But they're really good.
They're really good.
You love those.
We get them all the time. Yeah.
What are they? I think it's like $30 for 6. It's not, well, it's kind of crazy. That's $5 $5.
Yeah, I think you can buy them in the case also. So I think it's like the same price as if you bought 6 in the case as buying.
Yeah. But these come hot out of your oven. You can watch us on the YouTube channel, Tom Douglas and Company YouTube channel. Tune in to Cairo Radio or listen wherever you get your podcast. It's super fun.
Super fun.
Yeah. I would say the most people that stop me in the grocery store and places like that, they listen while they're like doing another project.
Right.
As a podcast. Which I'm still not. Do you podcast much?
Yeah, I do, but I don't have a lot of time where
your mom does all the
listen
time.
to podcasts.
She loves them. Yeah.
She's driving 3 hours back and forth to the farm multiple times. So she's prime for podcasts.
Some of the treats that we're having at the Dahlia Bakery for Easter are coconut cream pie bites and pies, spiced carrot cupcakes and cakes, assorted mochi donuts, including our one with our lemon poppy seed with Easter sprinkles.
Cute.
Savory quiche, facettis, and pints of my sweet onion gravy. I'm not sure what you would use that. Would be good on a roast leg of lamb or something.
Not on a ham? Not on a glazed ham?
Well, not my particular ham. I do a kind of a savory chili pepper and coffee glaze.
That's right.
So that gravy doesn't really.
But if you make mashed potatoes,
yeah,
like that
would be good. On today's show, our continuing series on shopping the sales sheet at your local grocery store. What are we doing this week?
This week we're doing PCC, and it's kind of fun to just get creative and don't be so stuck on what you're thinking you're going to get. If there's, just be inspired when you buy the sales.
Yeah, and we have $40 to spend. I think the suggestion is that we shop the sales sheet. If you came in for salmon and you see eggs on sale for $3, maybe you should think about having an omelet for supper. That's what I'm making, but that's going to come up later in the show. Kristen Schumacher is here, Director of Culinary Operations and Education at Carnation Farms, which I think is where Seattle Theater Group has a summertime concert series this year. Is that, they still doing that? No, not anymore. I guess not. Take that back. Behind the scenes at TD & Co., it's been a popular little number compared to our conversations we have with our guest listeners, talking about what it takes to run a restaurant business, both top to bottom. And what are we doing today?
The things that us home cooks don't know. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about, Loretta had written something about Palace Kitchen turning 30.
Oh, I know it's our last week of our celebration menu.
Yeah. And then we've got a question for you too.
Who knew how many people were up for a $30 5-course tasting menu?
How many? How broke
Shockingly.
are you?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So.
Of dollars lost.
No,
I'm kidding.
I would say for me, my intention was to reacquaint us with what the Palace was and why it became well known in the first place. And it's 100% successful. So.
Yeah, it was
but
delicious.
When you go to Open Table, you can see a special event line. So we know how many people are coming just for the $30. And we might do 400 people for dinner. 200 are having the special.
So you got really good at it.
Yes, we are really good. I looked over the other day at the grill. That we have a beautiful wood fire grill, and there were 40 lamb chops on the grill at one time. That means 40 people in the dining room were in the middle of their 5-course tasting menu. So.
Lovely.
It's awesome.
We did have a very successful Taste of Iceland tasting menu for the last weekend.
Right.
And those Iceland chefs, so nice.
They're so nice. Their food is beautiful. People love that event. It's just it's been such a good partnership for us. I love that we've continued to do it.
Very successful. And, they always are, one of their sponsors is Reyka Vodka, the Reyka.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on. I'm putting it in all of our joints just to show my appreciation for them. Beth Hinckley, wine director and sommelier at Barking Frog at Willows Lodge, shares Washington spring wine favorites. I like to jump into rosés early a little bit for me. I bet she's not going to talk about that, though. No, as a matter of fact. Okay, good. We dive into the crab with Chef Rashida, Easter menu planning from brunch to dinner. And, of course, we're going to wrap up our show today with Food for Thought Tasty Trivia.
Whew. It's going to be a fun one. A little sprinkle of Easter and a sprinkle of all kinds, something for everybody.
Yeah. I'm going to jump right into my taste of the week. I had dinner at a little restaurant in Ballard. We didn't know where we were going to go. It was 8 o'clock and didn't know what was still open on a Monday night, blah, blah, blah. Ended up at Asadero because they had 2 seats at the bar. Place was jammed.
Oh, really?
Well, the place we were going to go, which is one of my competitors' restaurants, there was nobody in the dining room. They did 8 covers for the night.
Wow.
Asadero bursting at the seams. So you just never know.
What was your taste? What was delicious?
My taste was they have a ribeye taco. So they literally do a very thin slice of ribeye, give it a quick sear in their wood fire grill, and then on a tortilla with salsa. And one of the things I liked about it, which I don't do, I always want to make guacamole to put on my tacos. I like the chunks of avocado instead.
Interesting.
It was a nice fresh, you really tasted the avocado rather than tasting the manipulated avocado. And the only bad part was there was just one tortilla, so it kind of fell apart. That's a lot of meat to be on one tortilla. But it was delicious. I love the energy in there. If you've never been, you really do need to
I love it there. It's really
need to
fun.
make a reservation. Yeah, because it's hard to walk in and get a good seat.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had the last 2 seats.
Your favorite
at
place.
8:30 at the bar on a Monday night. So that's pretty impressive.
That's good.
I wish all of our restaurants were that busy. So what's your taste of the week?
My taste of the week kind of leads in actually to our next segment, and it's something that I bought because it was on the Town and Country big board buys this week, and they often put their like pre-pounded and breaded cutlets on their big board buys. And I get their chicken parm ones. My family loves chicken parm, as you can imagine. That's like the perfect kid food. So I get that one frequently. But this week they had they do a Dijon crusted chicken, panko and Dijon, and
Well, they pound the chicken,
pound the
put a
chicken.
Dijon on it, and then bread it, right? Because
Yeah,
can't
they
put it in
pound the chicken.
breadcrumbs.
I think they use mayo. It looks like there's
a
maybe some,
Dijonnaise type
yeah,
thing?
Dijonnaise, and it has, you can see like the stone ground kind of mustard
Uh-huh.
on it, and then it's in panko, and then I just fry them at home, and they were delicious.
It's like
and
a
that is
giant
like,
chicken nugget.
yeah, and
Mhm.
it's a super easy shortcut, I would say. To sometimes to me, I'm like, I don't want to get out the 3 bowls to egg and
Mhm.
flour, blah blah blah, and it was delicious, came together super quick, and I would definitely
Serve
try
it with
them
a
again.
salad or something simple.
Yeah, I served it with like herby butter noodles and broccoli, but
Lovely.
Yeah.
How very Viennese of you.
here we go.
Herby noodles.
Well, I have 3 children.
No, I
The
understand.
noodles must be involved in every meal.
How do you shove vegetables down their throat? You have one kid that eats a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, Bryn is the veggie queen. She will eat anything. They love broccoli, so we do a lot of broccoli.
Uh-huh.
Rory loves like Caesar salad, so we do a lot of Caesar salad.
There we go.
broccoli. We just find the things. They like raw vegetables often more. So sometimes while I'm cooking dinner, I'll put together a little plate of raw vegetables for them to snack on
Uh-huh.
while they're hungry. And then I don't care as much when we get to dinner if they don't have.
If you were driving your car and looking for a spot in Ballard, because Ballard's got a million restaurants,
Mhm.
where would you have stopped last night? You have a favorite little drop-in place? Because I think there's a difference between making a reservation, kind of pre-planning, having some intention,
Mhm.
having some expectation, to a drop-in spot where it's like, maybe a little sushi or maybe
For
a little,
dinner?
Yeah.
For dinner in Ballard, I love Asadero. I love Gracia. That's one of our kind of go-to
That's
spots.
kind of higher end Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's delicious. They also do amazing takeaway that we get.
You remember where
Awesome.
Pork Chop used to be right around the corner?
Uh-huh.
There's a new restaurant, or at least it's new to me, a sushi bar there that also was jam A&A
Oh, really?
or something like that. It was jam packed last night.
Interesting.
I'd never seen it.
No, I haven't been.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Bex? Where do you go on a
Well, last
rainy
night,
Monday night?
rainy Monday night, it was happy hour. Girlfriend and I and my sister were going to meet at Kiwami Sushi,
Uh-huh.
and they were closed on Mondays. So we walked right across the street to Valterra's happy hour bar place, and it was lovely.
I haven't seen him in a million years.
Oh.
Does he still own it? The guy used to have the Volterra in Ballard,
Right,
right? And he
right.
moved to Kirkland.
Yep. So I've never met the owner there. No,
Oh, okay.
we just sit in the happy hour area, the bar area, and had a glass of wine and had they've got great clams and a chorizo sausage
Little
something.
broth.
Yeah, so good. And the bread is so good. So that's what we did last night.
No eggs.
No eggs.
All right. Well, let's go shopping when we come back here on the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo. It's Hot Stove Radio 97.3 FM.
Oh wait. If you guys are interested in playing along a little bit.
That's interesting.
Very weird.
Morning.
Morning.
The granola? Or and then you'll be after this.
These are pretty perfect this morning. The schnecken is really good this morning. Thank you.
With all honey and butter at the bottom. There's no more brown sugar. There's no more cornstarch that I don't get.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
like
was
it.
making the shell, and then you're brilliant. Tricks.
Yeah.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo. Everyone's getting their Grandma Douglas's schnecken this morning that Rashida has attempted to make more edible. I understand.
Wow.
Okay, let's. What are we doing next, Bex?
We're going to do grocery store weekly specials, deals worth building meals around.
So we've done Town and Country one week. We've done Met Market. We've done
Wajimaya last week.
Wajimaya last week. This week we're doing
PCC.
All right.
Yes.
And what are the rules?
The rules are we're going to make a dinner for four for under $40.
Uh-huh.
And I think we can do this. And I think the fun part of this is that you get inspired by ingredients versus recipes when you see what's on special.
So if I walk into a PCC and I'm hankering for ramen,
Uh-huh.
and I see that there's eggs on sale, I'm okay with changing my mind.
Shift it away. Yes.
Shift it away. Okay. Who's going to start this process? And why don't you tell us some of the ingredients that are available and their price range so we can decide while you're talking.
Sure. I always start with protein, and
So
there's
it's for 4 people, right?
4 people, right?
Okay.
And we've been able to do this pretty much every time.
Yeah.
So I start with protein, and I see that they're 20% off their organic chicken, which makes a big difference. So, do you want me to go the direction I'm thinking?
Yeah. Why don't you? Why
Okay.
don't you
So
start us
I
off?
see that, and I saw some canned organic tomatoes. I saw some cannellini beans and broth, and I'm thinking chili would be a perfect thing to do because we've got
Uh-huh.
all the spices and all the other accoutrements. So I would start with like a white bean chili. So I'd start with the chicken. I'd probably get the boneless, skinless.
I know you would. You and
I'd-
my daughter would get the
Yep.
same cut. You would never
No.
see me start a chili
No.
with a
No.
chicken breast.
But what I like to do, instead of cutting up in chunks and cooking it first, I would roast it in a pan and then shred it myself and kind
Uh-huh.
of let it sit in the juices. And then I would just put the chili in, I would put the chicken in the very end.
I
So,
see.
because I know a lot of times you cook the
I
meat
think that's a good
first.
idea because it also gives it a more organic feel and
Yeah.
look to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
like
the
that.
mouthfeel of shredded in a chili is also much better than the cubed,
Cubed.
because when you cube chicken, I mean, it stays pretty firm. So it doesn't mesh together, I
Uh-huh.
don't think, with the beans and stuff.
And I'd probably make a double batch and freeze some because why not? With the broth and
The only thing I would do for you if you're going to go that way is get the skin and make a crackling out of it and then chop it with a knife and sprinkle it over top of your chili. It really reinforces the chicken flavor.
I can't believe I didn't think that because I love doing that. You're absolutely
Uh-huh.
right. And then take the bones and stick them in the freezer for making
For
stock,
stock
when you have
later,
enough.
yeah.
Okay. I love it.
Sounds delicious. Loretta, how about you?
I am doing a riff on a recipe that went viral on TikTok a few years ago.
Of course it did. I wrote 4 cookbooks.
Yep.
Okay.
But I
TikTok?
feel like everybody was making this for a while, and it was like this baked feta and tomato dish. So you put your feta in the center, you put a couple pints of cherry tomatoes around it, drizzle everything with olive oil, and then put it in the oven and you bake it all
Uh-huh.
together. I'm adding cannellini beans to that. Often when I make it at home, I would use chickpeas
Uh-huh.
and roast it all together.
Chickpeas make, I think, it sound worse. Like they're firmer. They'll hold
They're
up
firmer,
better.
yeah. So I wouldn't roast the cannellini beans for the entire time that I was roasting the rest, probably. And then I would serve it with a big piece of crusty bread, and they have this pepper beef
On
on
sale,
sale also. So some sliced steak on the side,
Uh-huh.
and just like tomato feta kind of bean mix. When I've made it before with just tomatoes and feta, you can kind of stir it up at the end and put it over pasta, and it like turns into its own sauce, basically.
Really,
a
I'm
creamy
surprised the feta melts that way.
feta-y, sauce. But I think on toast it would be super delicious too.
The other thing you could do if the beans, when you get a cannellini bean out of a can, generally they're fall apart cooked already. You can make like a little hummus out of that,
Mhm.
garlicky hummus. Put it down, and then put your
And
tomato
then spoon
feta.
the tomato feta kind of
over
over
top
top.
of your-
I would always look for like a Kalamata olive loaf for that.
Yeah,
And
a what loaf?
a Kalamata olive,
Okay.
like crusty. I
Right.
love an olive bread. So, sliced steak.
And are you going to put that on the charcoal grill and grill that bread up? You know you are.
You know I'm not.
But it would be so much better.
It would be so much better if I would. If it was summer, yes, I would.
Yeah.
And then if I had money left over, I would get this bottle of Sauvignon Blanc to serve.
Ooh, the Métier
Right,
Sauvignon
yeah.
Blanc.
Oh, by DeLille.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think you do have money. You went for the steak.
I
don't
went
think
for the pepper beef, which I think took up my funds.
$18 a pound.
Yeah.
4 people. So I think you are into it for $20 just a steak.
Just
so you
of
have
steak. I think I
20
need a pound of steak. Yeah.
Well, you're for 4 people.
For
Yeah.
4, yeah.
4 ounces a person.
So I've got feta at $9.99 a pound. I don't need a pound of feta. So cannellini beans $3.49 a pound.
So that's we'll say $5 for the feta and
then $3.49 for a pint of cherry tomatoes, and I probably need 2. So yeah, I think I'm probably
Coming-
there without
you're
wine.
coming right on the edge
Look
there.
where the apple fell from.
Yeah.
A little generous.
Yeah. For me, there's some things on here that kind of make me think breakfast for dinner,
Mm-hmm.
or just breakfast for breakfast. So it doesn't. Is it dinner
Meals.
or is it
It's
a
meals.
meal? For
Deals
4?
that inspire
All right.
meals.
So they have free range eggs on sale, $4 a dozen. That's enough to make 4 omelets, 4 3-egg omelets. That's a big omelet. So let's say supper.
Mm-hmm.
They have the feta, the marinated feta. So the PCC Market's Kitchen feta of love, they call it. So I'm going to use half a pound of that and make myself a little feta omelet. There's some PCC breakfast sausage links. I love putting those into a pan and kind of setting and forgetting.
Uh-huh.
I think so many people don't cook their breakfast sausage enough.
They need to have a little brown on
They
them.
have to get some
yeah.
crustiness.
Yes.
So now I've got a feta omelet with sausage. They have cheap old white bread on sale. Naked organic base white is called, $5 for a loaf. I don't think they'll let me buy a half a loaf.
Throw it in the freezer and make croutons later.
$6. This is the value of the deal. 4 cupcakes for $6 from Rubicon Bakery. What are you laughing at?
I just think it's funny to have an omelet and cupcakes.
Well, you have to have dessert. Life is short. You got to start with dessert. And then, if I have the money, which I think I do, there's fresh oranges on sale for $2 a
Ooh,
pound. So a little
yeah.
fresh glass of fresh squeezed orange juice sounds fabulous to me. If you want to stay savory, just section the oranges, put some fresh basil or something with them and olive oil. And
Sounds lovely.
delicious.
What about this? Have you ever heard of Ferndale Organic A2 milk? And it's $5, which is half price. So I looked up. Do you know what that means?
Loretta knows
Yeah,
that.
we only drink A2.
You do.
I have
yeah.
no idea what that means.
There's 2 different milk proteins typically in milk, and one of them, the A1 protein, is a later kind of
It's
addition.
A2 beta casein protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So A2 milk without the A1 protein. So one, it's a type of cow that produces, but it's,
So you like talking about a Jersey compared to a heifer when you say type of cow?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Heritage breed cows that
Yeah.
naturally produce the A2 beta. So they're not altering anything. They're just using,
Yeah.
they've genetically tested these.
But it for people that are like lactose free, often they can drink A2 milk. It's often the A1 milk protein that.
I mean, you sent me
causes
out for a half
issues.
gallon of milk when you were coming to my house, and you said A2, and I had no idea what
Yeah.
you were talking about.
So
well, that's a deal. Half
Yeah, it
off,
is a
right?
deal.
Would you make ice
Half
cream out of
off.
it, or this is whole milk? Or do you need cream?
My kids just drink it, but
Okay.
Without the ice, her kids just drink it.
Just
yeah.
drink it. Yeah.
My favorite thing about her kids drinking is they start a half a dozen beverages when they come to the house, and they don't finish one of them. Not even one, not even half of one.
no,
No.
it's just a graveyard of.
It's a free for all
sippy
of
cups.
of sippy cups and half drunk beverages. The other thing about my favorite about little kids like this, I took my grandson Hercules out into my backyard. I was doing some demo work on the backyard. Oh, Dadu, I want to help. Blah blah blah. 1 minute later, I'm
Bored.
tired. Yeah, he
It's
wanted to
hard.
go in and hang out with JJ
Oh,
and
well, who wouldn't?
pack ribbons
Yeah.
on the new ribbon rack that I built. So whatever. I thought I was doing a manly, grandfatherly thing, and he had no time for me.
No.
No time for me. All right. What are we going to do next?
We've got Kristen Schumacher here from Carnation Farms.
All right. Which is not doing a concert
They,
program.
they do all kinds of fun activities that she's
All
going to
right.
talk about.
All right, great. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. How are those schnecken? Delicious. Pretty gone. Wow, look at this. What do we got here? When did you start this project?
Last year, it's our first CPG out of the farm. Not only out.
Chris Fields is going to be so unhappy with this.
Well, let's put some up. Yeah.
Cam, can you get a set up, please?
So get you set up.
Really close. Close. Okay.
Just got to stay on the mic. When she's talking to you, talk to the mic. Same thing. Same thing. You and I can talk like this.
Oh, I
right?
see. But if I'm
Just don't
talking to
look at
her,
her
I'll
when
just.
talk.
Or you don't want to go talk
Yeah.
to the audience.
Okay. Got it.
You got this. She's always sneaking around, so
Sneak.
don't be alarmed.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I see. Yep.
Can't see it.
It's not there yet.
It's kind of fun.
I've loved this little teeny tiny booze.
Booze
just a
is
pedestal.
one of our kitchen sponsors. These tables are now 12 years old. They get used all day, every day.
Amazing. They look great.
Look how solid they are.
It was a good investment.
Never.
Oh.
No. Because we clean them so often.
Mm.
2 or 3 times a day, they get bleached out. And
Carnation events. Smells good in here.
it's me.
Is it?
Freshly showered.
I was thinking the smell of toast.
You were thinking wrong.
It's just Tom's ode to toast.
Ode to toast.
We're back here in the kitchens at Cairo Radio and Hot Stove Society in downtown Seattle. These are beautiful kitchen studios. Come check it out sometime.
Mhm.
We'd like to have you as a guest. There's some beautiful packaging that just went out in front of all of our radio list or guests here today. They love their freebies around here.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. It's like the Oprah show sometimes. Kristen Schumacher is their director of culinary operations and education at Carnation Farms, aka Chef Shu.
Make it easy.
Why wouldn't it be?
Right.
Yeah. Tell us about you, Chef Shu.
I've been cooking in the Seattle area for almost 30 years now. Dabbled in a little bit of everything, but as an entrepreneur, I had my own business in downtown Snoqualmie. COVID kind of did a number on that, but now I landed at Carnation Farms, so I'm really excited to really be cooking how the foundation of how I want to work in the beginning is like cooking straight from the farm.
So explain that to me. I've been out to Carnation Farms where I've been the caterer and
Yeah.
I've done some big weddings and this and that. I didn't realize there was still a farm and arm of the farm of Carnation Farms. I thought it was more of an event facility area.
We definitely still do events, but I would say primarily we are a regenerative farm, working
Really?
farm. Yeah, it's a 501c3, so we're a nonprofit working farm.
I am too, but I'm not a 501c3.
We raise lamb, beef, organic veg.
Really?
Yep, and we have a farm stand, a ton of events like markets, and our barn dances are getting really
Are
popular.
they?
Yeah, it's really exciting. We do a ton of farm dinners. You've probably catered some as well, but we really like to show off our beautiful facilities that's over 100 years old. So yeah.
What's the James Beard boot camps to farmerpreneur and climate farm school.
Yeah, so that's more of our mission aligned retreats that we host at the farm. We've become almost turnkey for them. So we know how their retreats work. We provide them space, catering, things like that. But we also get to participate. We make really good relationships with chefs, in particular the JBF chefs that come twice a year. It's like a hard and fast 3 days, and they see us slaughter. They cook collective dinner, and it's really special for them. And then Farmpreneurs is an event we just had. It's this beautiful organization that's teaching basic business school to farmers, because sometimes it's not the same place in your brain that
100%.
yeah.
And the business school being for value-added products like you brought today, or just how to plant carrots?
I would say they're beyond that. They're
Wow.
probably well-established farmers after like maybe already in their 5th year, but now they're trying to figure out how to actually make this into a business. So they talk about their mission, they talk about their vision, and really start to solidify sort of the business aspect
That's so
of
awesome.
farming. Yeah.
Those are two very different skill sets. I think we see that in the restaurant community all the time of
Yeah.
people that are like, I want to open my own restaurant and have my own place and do the thing. But cooking and producing beautiful food isn't always the same thing as running a restaurant and having a payroll and,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
maintaining a staff and distributing your product and things like that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I relate to it as a chef.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really magical to see them sort of come to light and figure out what they have great direction. So yeah.
And then
Go ahead.
you've got the business side of it, and then butchery classes. And
Yes,
then
we
you
have a-
also, for right now, you said you've got 200 baby lambs or something.
We do.
How
Well, lambing
cute.
season started early January.
Uh-huh.
We had a couple early ones we didn't know about. Our livestock team at the farm they're amazing, so hardworking. So they've had, about 200 baby lambs. Of those, maybe 8 of them are bottle babies. So, which is a very low number. When you have bottle babies, they're a lot harder to take care of. They're more expensive. They don't grow as well. So our livestock team just puts in a ton of time this time of year. But then we get to reap the rewards and offer workshops, butchery workshops. We're also looking into starting our butcher counter in our farm stand. So
Oh,
we're really
wow.
get excited to show it off.
So a bottle baby happens because the mother didn't accept the baby, or it was dry, or what?
Any number of reasons.
Any number of-
Yeah, sometimes they decide they want to adopt someone else's, and so. But for the most part, they our stock is just thriving. So, and it's due to the work of the livestock team. So,
But could visitors come and be a part of not part of the butchery, but it's a different process, but could people just come and
It's a
visit?
big- it's a
It's
big
very
different
different.
process.
Yeah.
Bottle
because
feed a
of-
baby lamb and then butcher it.
yeah, well, they don't get butchered in their babies. So there are workshops. They're called, we have lambing workshops. So you have to sign up because we are a working farm. We just can't have visitors
Sure.
at any time of the day. And so we do set up time. So we have a million events and they're all on our website. So you can
Okay.
sign up there.
That sounds like fun.
When you see the rain coming down like it is right now, I mean, you're in the flood zone out there.
We are.
Have you already started to see some action
Well,
today?
oh yeah, we're always been in the flood zone. So we've been planning for that. All of our animals are up the hill, so they're
Okay.
safe. Our director of regenerative agriculture, his name's Eric. He'll test the soil before and after the flood and see if the organic matter changes and what we need to do to continue the farming. But we also have some hot houses, so that helps. Things are off the ground.
How does that work when it's such a hard thing to get certification to be organic?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all this wild rainwater comes down. That you have no control over what's in it. Is that what you're saying when testing to see what's
Well,
the
nature's
residue
in
is?
charge.
I know
isn't-
nature's in charge. Yeah, but
Um,
from an organic certification standpoint, that must be a little freaky.
It is, but we are so established. I mean, the crops team and the ag team know exactly what they're doing. So
How
They-
old is Carnation Farms?
originally, it's over 100 years old.
That's what I remember growing up with that. And then you also sell to local chefs and restaurants. Is that true?
We do some wholesale, yeah. We also do beef shares, lamb shares, and a lot of those sell out. People sort of are waiting in line just to get those. We are doing a CSA box and doing a meat add-on, so that'll be fun.
Fun. What did you bring us today?
This is our first CPG product. CPG is consumer packaged good, which Tom knows a
Yep.
lot about.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is our granola. We're really excited to launch this. Carnation Farms is, we're building this brand, and what we are is a foundation to help the entire food system. And so we like to work with other farms and collaborate that way. So yeah, we're really excited to get this out. It's got it's kind of a recipe I've been making for quite some time. I like the little extra tinge of salt. So it's not overly sweet. It's just a really good combination, and it has some really juicy sweet cherries in it. So
And what part of this do you grow? What's the
unfortunately,
farm grow?
nothing in this particular
Uh-huh,
bag.
uh-huh.
We were working with a local farm that was, excuse me, raising oats. And so we started the recipe with a local farm in Falls City. And it turns out that in the world of CPG, we get a lot of surprises. So his oats weren't able to get packaged yet, but we're working on it still. And
Uh-huh.
so we want to talk about our mission, which is on the back of this bag. Talk about what we stand for and how we want to move forward. But our next CPG products are all going to be coming from our farm. So we're really excited.
Wow. And where can people purchase these?
Right now, PCC, I think every single store in the Seattle land area, Pasta and Company, and our farm stand for sure.
For sure.
When do you have the farm stand? Is it every day? Is it weekends? What's the?
It's Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
And we also do hot food every Saturday. So if you come to the farm stand, oftentimes we're serving our own beef, like our smash burgers and or some lamb gyros or anything we want to show off from the farm. We'll be hosting.
So you can break. Do you have a USDA permit to break right on the farm?
We don't solder on our farm. We work
Okay.
with IGFC, which is up north in Burlington.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
just truck them up there.
Yep.
Super interesting. I guess I didn't realize this was all going on.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much you supplied the area and the chefs and that.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. And it's so fun. I was just at the Taste of Washington all weekend, and it's so fun to see all the people we've collaborated with, wineries and other chefs. We love to bring chefs onto the farm to do events. We love to, collaborate with people who are masters of their craft, like wine or beer, and just kind of showcase what they do.
Yeah, this is my first taste of Washington to miss in 25 years, I think. So
It was a very wonderful but intense
it
schedule.
crowded?
Very.
very good.
Yeah.
The weather was
Yeah.
nice.
I love when they get the support for local wines.
Yeah.
So what do you do as the director of culinary operations and education? Are you finding all the guests to come and setting them up? Or are you?
Yeah, no, whatever actually anything that involves food. So if we have our markets, we'll do our menus there. We host our farm dinners every single month. So we get to move around the space. So in the summertime, they're in our fields. There's like 120 people at a table. It's really, really beautiful
Wow.
and special. Anything that goes to the farm stand, I do a lot of costing and a lot of spreadsheets. Making,
No,
You know
Yes.
how that is?
yeah, exactly.
The business part.
The business part. So I'm leaning into that and really trying to make even as a nonprofit, just trying to make ourselves break even and
More
Yeah.
impact in the
keep
world.
doing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you should tell her, Loretta, how much you enjoy doing the HR side of things. Maybe she wants to get involved in that too.
Yeah, it's
I
the
might
most
pass
fun
on
part.
that. Our HR person is very, very busy all the time.
Yeah.
It's just a different world out there, isn't it?
It sure
in
is.
the HR than when I started 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. So
And culinary in particular, there's
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming down, sharing your passion, your
Thanks for having me.
toasted coconut granola. I was wondering if you had some coconut palms out there on the.
No,
On the
I
phone.
wish. I wish. But once you taste it, you'll understand why it's in there. So
Oh, really? Cool.
And to see what all your different or events are, just go to carnationfarms.org.
that's right.
Okay.
Right. All right. Behind the scenes at TD and Co. When we come back on Cairo Radio, if you want to sit in for this, you're a behind the scenes person. So
Cool.
yeah, why don't you
Yeah.
sit in with Loretta and I on this, huh? On Cairo, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Loretta, you cool starting with the,
Yeah,
I might cry.
I might. It's just so.
Why don't you just have Becky read it?
I feel weird reading.
And then you
could.
could comment.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. So
It's
then
fine.
then you comment on it. Okay.
So we do a segment usually when I'm co-hosting.
Or
I don't know if
ET,
you've been or
just,
ET,
just not
yeah,
Bridget.
where we just talk about like one question, kind of a behind the scenes of running the company, like what it takes, what do you do, blah, blah, blah. So
What people might
today's-
not know about running a restaurant, the business side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today's question is, what's the common thread across your restaurants? How do you balance consistency with giving each team room to express themselves? So,
Because there are people who think that I write every menu and cook every meal still after all this
but
time. So,
obviously you guys have a ton of different divisions and groups going on, so I think it's perfect. So
all right. So jump in where you feel comfortable.
Great.
Bex, why don't you take us into this one?
All right.
We are back in. Let's do that again. We are back in the kitchens here at the Hot Stove Society, having a fun day here. People are just eating while I'm doing all the work.
I've seen you snack a little bit back there.
Exactly.
You can
Some Grandma D
fit that
schnecking.
in. Yeah.
What are we doing next, Becky?
Well, today we're going to do behind the scenes with TD and Co. And we've got Kristen Schumacher here from Carnation Farms. She's going to join in. And each week we like to ask a question that people might not know. Home cooks wouldn't know. And we're all curious. We go to restaurants and we just don't know how everything runs. So,
Well, not just that, I think, but it's also so many people think I'm a good cook. I'm going to open a restaurant. And so that
Right.
there's just what are some of the layers you have to be concerned about of running a restaurant business?
that's a
Which I
great way
think
to put
people
it.
kind of it's helpful for people to know that there's many layers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
in any business, really.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a fun segment. And before we start, Loretta, I saw a beautiful post that Loretta did on Instagram wrapping up the celebration of Palace Kitchen turning 30. And so would you read the piece that you wrote?
sure. Okay, so I grew up in the Palace Kitchen. It has always felt like an extension of my own home. For as long as I can remember, the PK has been there for nearly every phase of my life. When we were building the restaurant, I'd come in every day after school to help out while my parents painted, stained, and hammered. Once the booths went in, I claimed the space behind them as my own little world, hiding there for hours, squirreling away toys and handfuls of pistachios like treasures. After we opened, I used my dad's desk in the basement as my art table while he worked upstairs. Years later, that same basement became our catering kitchen, where I worked as a prep cook every summer in high school. Flying home from college, my first request was always to go straight from the airport to the Palace for pleen. After graduation, I worked on the marketing team and returned to my booths every day for family meal. In law school, I hosted a couple of nights a week, and my then boyfriend, now my husband, would come in for dinner while I finished my shifts. We fell in love over cocktails and pistachios at the Penny Tile Bar. I joined the company for good in 2018, and I've enjoyed countless meals and meetings at the PK since. My oldest son now plays in the same hidey hole behind the booths that I did. When our twins were born in 2023, the Palace was the first restaurant we visited as a family of 5. The Palace is the heartbeat of our company and one of the most personal places in my life. 30 years of clean pistachios and people we love. I can't think of a milestone more worth celebrating.
Oh, how does Dad feel when he hears that?
I brought a little tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Loretta is the classic restaurant brat, and there were several throughout the city that she hung out with. Mia from Ann and Rick Yoder, who had the Wild Ginger restaurants, and Ryan and Adrian from Chef in the Chapeau, who had Lule and Rovers, and just Luke. So, I mean, I think this is an area I struggle with because I hear people say all the time, like, and even Loretta right now doesn't really bring her kids into the business like I did because she's on a different side of the business. She's more on the executive side of the
Right.
business, where I was more on the line, and you had to be there at certain hours of the night and on the weekends, and so it's a little bit different of how your kids are growing up compared to how you grew up. But I will say that there's nothing wrong with bringing your kid to work.
Yeah, it's
You know, there's
wonderful.
nothing. She slept in a wine box underneath my desk at the Dahlia Lounge when she was the day
5
she
days
was
old.
the day she was born, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know, so she became part of it when Jackie used to carry her around when she was hosting and bring her back to the kitchen. I'd put her in her car seat in one of our Slim Jim trash cans. It fit perfectly, and she'd sit
Perfect,
there on
yeah.
the line, chew on fennel while she was teething, and watch us cook. You know,
Yeah.
so not much different than my 75-year-old mother used to do. She would pull up a chair on the line, sit there for 8 hours and watch us cook.
Oh, that's so
She
cute.
loved every second of it. But sometimes I struggle with the whole idea that work can't be your life.
Right.
Because for me, work was always
Very integrated.
my life and integrated. So it is just what it is. So now I will say I did miss a lot of her childhood that Jackie kind of took on, right, as the role of mom. But
Look at you now, though.
yeah, here
A
we
lot
are.
of people don't have
We're
that.
making up for lost time.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. It's what?
I just want to
Oh,
say one more
yes.
thing, because I want to say, if you're still coming to the Palace for our $30 5-course tasting menu, which is over on the 30th, I want to say, of March, unless that's a Sunday or Monday, we only have a few days left, and the bookings are crazy.
Mhm.
So just be aware. If you're coming, make a reservation.
Sounds good. Okay. Question for you three. What's a common thread across your restaurants, and how do you balance consistency with giving each team room to express themselves?
So, Kristen, why don't you start, and or Chef Shu, about how you balance the farm stand against the butchery, because
Yeah.
you have a lot of irons in the fire.
Yes, yeah, and I can actually really relate to your post, because I raised my kids at my restaurant.
Yeah.
They were 5, 6,
Aw.
and same thing. They were painting walls and hiding and playing in the corner. So it actually is very touching. So that's really sweet. I would say, particularly at the farm, there's so many hands involved in everything. So what's landing on your plate started in the barn, and the livestock team and the agriculture team, and making sure that everyone's working up to their level of excellence. And then, like, as you know, it's like once you have amazing ingredients, the food kind of it sings it's already for itself. So
Right.
yeah, I would say, like, let's highlight everything that we want to show off from our farm. And then if we don't grow it, someone else near us does.
Generally does.
Yeah.
Loretta, what would you say?
We're not a nonprofit, but I do think that we are like mission driven in a way. And we all throw around our little mission statement constantly. And sometimes, sarcastically, but we've always had our mission kind of statement has always been deliciousness with graciousness. And that to me is kind of like the common thread across everything that we do. And I think it really transcends kind of service styles or models. It can go from consumer packaged goods to a full service restaurant, things like that. And so our common thread to me is that we are trying to deliver something delicious with excellent, gracious service every time.
Mhm.
And everything else around that is window dressing to me.
Like what? Like when you say around that, like I don't quite understand the window dressing part of that.
Well, I think it's like,
Because to me, it all kind of equals the whole. Yeah, but there's a baseline, which is deliciousness served with graciousness.
yeah, but it's who's doing what, how that's happening, how that's getting to the end result, what the room looks like that you're enjoying that in.
Right.
All of those things to me are extra on top of, is it delicious and are we giving it to you
Right.
graciously?
And then-
go ahead.
So what do you do when we're struggling to make money? Do you just look? And I'm going to ask you the same thing. When you're struggling to have a break even or make a bottom line of some sort, where do you start to look? Because I generally start to look at our prices. Are we charging enough? Because I guess my assumption is that we're delicious and we're gracious. I think in reality, what I should be looking at is, can we afford to be making our own hamburger buns, or should we be buying them from somebody else? Is there a
Mhm.
value quotient in having our own bakery that's appreciated by the customer? The artisan craftsmanship appreciation is there, or is the customer just happy to have a burger bun, and that's where we need to cut? Because if we don't make money, we can't be in business.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think in doing that exercise, we found on a couple of occasions where somebody else could actually do it perhaps better than we were doing. We
Mhm.
couldn't actually get to the consistency of burger bun, for example, that somebody that just makes burger buns could.
Right.
And there's value in that too. To me, it goes back to that word of value of, if we're not making money, I think are we providing a value to the customer that is bringing them to our table?
Mhm.
And are we valuing what we're putting on the table appropriately
And it's for our own souls.
for our own,
Mhm.
Yeah.
to ourselves? Yeah.
Kristen, you want to add anything?
Yeah,
to
I mean,
that?
I totally applaud that. I think for me, I look at margins, and some of the things we're providing have really great margins. Some of them don't, but it's also is it a customer favorite? Is it worth that particular labor? Can we be more efficient labor wise in our kitchen? It's about getting creative with how do we continue to give good, delicious food. It costs a lot of money to buy local and buy really beautifully grown products, but it's worth it to us. And so
Yeah.
our prices do vary a little bit, but for us, we have a price point somewhere for everyone. So you can get something to go at the farm stand, or you can attend a farm dinner, which is a little bit more of a upscale experience. So
Providing value with sticking to your own core values.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
And don't forget menu mix. And there's a lot of things. Like sometimes it might be an inexpensive product, but you've got hours of labor into it,
Mhm.
so it doesn't quite work that way. All right, up next, Beth Hinckley is here, advanced sommelier. I'm not sure what that means, advanced.
We're going to find out.
Okay, and wine director at Barking Frog at Willows Lodge over there in Woodinville. Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for
Thank
staying
you.
for an extra bit too.
Yeah. Thank
Your mom's going to be so happy.
I could always talk forever on that segment.
You can what?
I could always talk forever on that segment. That's
I
like
was
my
trying to-
favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Make us- There's no L. Okay.
There is great.
Now we're going to get you drunk.
I know.
It's nearly 10 a.m. It's my birthday, though.
Oh,
Some people
perfect.
like to put wine on the granola.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, I really can't lift my arms.
Yeah, I'm having some issues myself, but it's not because of that. Rory yesterday. I think I need to take a break. Just he said it in such an HR kind of way.
Awesome. Yeah, sometimes his tone, he comes out with these things where I'm just like, oh my God.
Magic.
I have two. Are there?
Oh, actually, we're doing free. There weren't enough classes to pour the chair dust for everyone, so we have
Oh,
the
okay.
sparkling. They'll need those.
I have. Okay. Perfect. Right.
But there's enough of the chair dust for everyone else to try some after my spot. All right.
Yeah, that was my
You want to be within almost an inch, so
Okay,
you should be
great.
right on top
Lift
of
it up
it.
so she doesn't have to bend
ASMR?
over there. Cam.
Yes, exactly.
Fantastic. I'm here for it.
Cam, lift it up so she doesn't have to bend over. There we go.
All right.
Now we can have proper posture.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you got to get really close.
Okay. I'm really close.
Perfect. Sound great. How was the light rail today?
I suddenly feel like I'm on Saturday Night Live, and it's an NPR show.
That's
We
a
try
good.
when you get closer to the mic, the better the NPR voice. It gets really,
Fantastic. I'll try not to make jokes like they were doing. Light rail was brilliant because I live in Mount Lake Terrace and my kids go to school in Ballard
Uh-huh.
and Northgate. So getting down here in
That's
time
awesome.
was,
What a
Yeah.
treat.
it was, yeah.
And then
Do
you
you have an
commute over to
umbrella?
Woodville.
No umbrella. I'm a true Seattleite.
Yeah,
good
we
for
don't do
you.
umbrellas.
We don't do
Those
umbrellas.
are big drops out there today.
It's proper rain.
Yeah.
Yep.
I brought an umbrella today.
Becky.
Save space. It's not normal Seattle rain.
It was crazy.
I wore a
We're gonna be
beret.
judgy on you.
I didn't want the show
Wow.
sheets to get wet.
Fired.
Call her Mary Poppins.
It's embarrassing for you.
I'm leaving it here for you.
Tough crowd.
Hinky.
Yes.
Okay.
Hickey, just like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you still have.
Yeah,
It's
there's-
an Irish
There were
name.
many letters wrong.
Yes, and I looked it up, and
So the N is not supposed to be there either. Is
No.
that right?
No,
This is totally
Hickey
me.
You only
like,
crossed out the.
well, no, good Lord. No, you know what we're gonna do? No, you didn't. I did.
think
It
of
was me.
Mickey, but with an H.
You
Okay.
got Hinkley because you're on Pamela.
Hickey. Okay,
Yeah.
now we're good. Now we're good for the end promos. It'll be said
It's not
properly.
the first
Oh, I
time
didn't
it's
do that page.
happened.
It's hard to get good help.
Okay. There we go. And
Wow,
it was
that
totally
wasn't
my
that
fault.
difficult.
I'm
now, was
still-
it?
I'm still missing the still white
Taylor,
wine.
do you have a glass of the still white? She's walking
And
around.
I think-
just gonna drink it.
I think
She's-
Becky is too.
That's okay.
There
If you don't
should've-
have enough, that's okay. Taylor was going to the back, and
There's more left in the bottle, so
Okay.
there will be some for you.
right.
Here we are back in the kitchens on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society show. Beth Hickey is here. She's the advanced sommelier and wine director at Barking Frog at Willows Lodge in Woodinville. Okay, let's start with advanced sommelier. Does that mean you're super smart?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just
I
want to clarify.
Obviously.
Because, my daughter's advanced also. Just saying.
So I'm.
Becky, not so much. You
Yeah.
couldn't even spell your
Oh.
name.
It's not the first time it's happened. So I'm an advanced sommelier through the quartermaster sommeliers. There are 4 levels. So there's intro, there's certified, and advanced.
Uh-huh.
So there's roughly 3,000 advanced around the world.
Wow.
And then for the master level, that I've been a master candidate more times than I would like, there's less than 300.
Okay.
So it just means that I studied a lot of flashcards and tasted a lot of
Smelled
wine.
a lot of terroir.
A lot of terroir,
Yeah.
and I'm really good at doing the 6 wines blind in 25 minutes,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
which is a bit of a parlor trick, but is a great way to really, when you taste wines, to ascertain like the region it comes from, the grapes, the soil type, all, and the years that are possible that this wine could be. So it took a long time, and I love it. Wine is all about storytelling and coming together and sharing a bottle with friends.
That's my idea of a sommelier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I don't need the master of minutia, so I like that.
Yeah.
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 it's-
I wanted to be an English lit professor.
Ah.
So I'm very much about the stories behind the wines and engaging with that and sharing that with the guests
Uh-huh.
if they're willing to listen.
right.
So
Well, that's what brings it to life is the stories behind the makers and
Yeah.
their passion. I mean, that's what's all the
Yeah.
fun part.
like I'm passionate about these wines, but even at the restaurant itself, like we have 2 Madeiras available by the glass, which is, it can be a dry wine, can also be more of a dessert wine. And I love serving these wines, and we actually will we'll sell out, which has never happened to me in my 30 plus years of being in this industry. And what I love saying is this was the favorite wine of the founding fathers of the country. This was the big wine of the colonies, was Madeira, and they have no idea. So it's bringing that sense of, oh, this has been around a long time. And I love to tell a story that the archipelago of Madeira was one of the last spots as ships were sailing across the Atlantic. So they'd pick up the wine to keep the sailors
Uh-huh.
happy. And they realized that the wine got better when it baked when it crossed the equator.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Madeira is baked wine, essentially,
And
it was-
fortified too, correct?
and fortified.
Yeah.
So it was just,
travels better.
you know, there's history
Yeah.
in the liquid.
fun.
Yeah.
Super
So
good.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So you've been 15 plus years in luxury dining, wine
Yep.
education, event coordination, Washington native.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Spoke Vegas.
Spoke Vegas,
Uh-huh.
just like your mother.
Just like my mom's from Spokane.
Oh, so as
Paris
is my
High
mom.
School. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, my mom would be like, you need to tell the high school that I went to. Well, I went to high school in Southern California, but I know when my mom listens to this that I need to tell the story of where
Go
she
for
went to
it.
high school. I don't remember.
Oh.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
But my mom worked in a restaurant when I was little, and she was a solo mom, and I would spend days there. And
Yeah.
it was Lincoln Heights Pizza, big thing in the 70s that they would bring in. They had like the proper pizza oven, and they would bring in the proper flour,
Mhm.
and I would spend my days there. So
Ah.
it's still it's in my blood.
Fun. Well, I just think it's a great. I think what is the story? I think 8% of Americans have worked at a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Restaurant business is bigger and wider than what people think.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Tell us about the Barking Frog and your role there, and what's happening this spring.
Oh my goodness. So I've been there just over 4 months.
Uh-huh.
And what a bucolic, divine, amazing place it is. I mean, just out there, it's stunning. Chef's food is ridiculously good.
I
We
haven't
had-
met the new chef.
We did. We had Kyle Kaku.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
that's
he
right,
was
that's
on the
right,
show a while
yeah.
back, and he has kind of a Hawaiian flair. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
ethnic roots. That,
It's I so enjoy working with him, and his food's amazing. We both have a background in working with Wolfgang Puck back in the day. So we'll tell stories. But the food is so beautiful to pair with. It's vibrant. There's textures. The flavors are extraordinary, and there's a nimbleness that I get to play with wines. So I'm the wine director for the entire hotel, the two location, like the two restaurants
Uh-huh.
and the hotel, and also a restaurant manager for it all as
right,
well.
Right, exactly.
It was an opportunity that the food and beverage director sent me a text about 6 months ago saying, "Hey, do you know anyone that might be interested?" And I said, "Oh shoot, I think that might be me." And here we are.
Funny.
Yeah.
And what'd you bring for us today?
I brought 3 wines. So we have 2 for the audience in the glasses.
They're drunk already.
Love that. But for the panel up front, I have the Tyrtis.
and these are all Washington.
These
correct?
are all Washington wines. Washington Wine Month is not over because we had the Taste of Washington just this past weekend. So for those of us sitting at the stove here, we have the Tyrtis House Blanc. Tyrtis is tirage, riddling, and disgorge, broken down into a very clever name. They're based in Prosser, and they're killing it with sparkling wine. We have 3 of them by the glass at our various outlets. This one is Chardonnay driven with a little bit of Pinot Gris and Riesling coming from the Columbia Valley.
Uh-huh.
22 months on lees, so traditional method. Just a really well executed traditional method sparkling wine. We also have a dry muscat at the property, and then their rosé. We're blowing through the muscat, and I sent a Hail Mary email this past week to see if they might have some more, and they said, no, it's a limited run. There's no more. And I, as disappointed as I am, I deeply respect that. So,
I thought you said you cried.
well, if you read the subtext of what I
Quiet
just said,
tears,
I cried
yeah.
psalm tears. Of no. But I just feel that this is just a beautiful sparkling.
It's really
wine.
delicious.
Right, and the next one.
Sorry, I was slamming a sip of that Tyrtis. The next one is the Eric and Orr Chenin Blanc that everyone has, so please enjoy. Erica Orr, fantastic winemaker, has worked for many local wineries, and Kathy Corson down in California. She went to UC Davis. She is a smart woman, and she's making beautiful Chenin Blanc. She only uses old line Chenin. This is coming from 3 different vineyards. Columbia Valley, neutral oak as well as stainless. Her goal is to offer very clean, beautiful expressions of the grapes that she works with. And I think you'll find that with this Chenin Blanc. It's just beautiful. It's redolent of stone fruit, hints of citrus, bright acidity, makes me think of spring. It tastes like hope. Like that sunshine is going to come back here in Seattle, right?
will.
It just pairs beautifully with salads and think as we start to get the fruit in with the salads and
Yeah, I could see it definitely with like a nectarine salad or
100%.
Mm.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was envisioning. It's just beautiful, clean wines. Big fan. All right. Any other comments about Erica's wines? How beautiful they are?
Delicious.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. The third wine that I brought, Bel Canto from Cadence 2021. I have loved Ben's wines for over 20 some odd years when I was the first female wine director at El Gaucho, Seattle.
I like how you snuck that in there. You were the first.
That's how old I am, is that women in this wine industry, there's still more male master somms. There's more and more women coming up. We tend to be more of the super tasters. So yay us. But I'm very proud of the fact that in that legendary establishment, I was the first female wine
That's
director.
awesome.
Yeah.
So now this wine, while tasty, it's too oaky for me. The oak just jumps out to me in a funny way. So
Okay.
what's your feeling on that? Like you said, the Chenin was a neutral oak, but I didn't pick up any oak on that personally, which is probably where the neutral comes in. But this to me is jumping out at me.
Interesting. So to go back to Erica's wine, neutral oak, there's not the interplay of oxygen with the wine. It's somewhat
An untoasted barrel too, or
well, you would have the toasted barrel, but it'd be used.
okay.
So it becomes neutralized over time. So there's a slight oxidation happening, but you're not getting the lactones from the oak. You're not having that ion exchange, if
Yeah.
you will, between the wine and the barrel. For the Bel Canto, I mean, you're looking at a 2021, a really rich year. You're
Very ripe.
very ripe, but this is also coming from Red Mountain. What is really unique about what Ben does on Red Mountain, and I think this is his brilliance, and this is his Boeing engineer brain, is that he harvests early. So this is Cab Franc driven. This bottling is always Cab Franc driven. It has Merlot as kind of that softener with the fruit. And then this particular vintage has Petit Verdot, which is very much like it's dark purple fruit.
So it's a classic Bordeaux mix,
It's
but
a
without
Bordeaux
the cab,
mix.
right?
But he harvests early, so you still maintain a nimbleness and a brightness and an acidity to his wines. Hence the name Bel Canto, beautiful singing, where it's not just one heavy voice, it's a mixture of different voices.
Interesting.
Beautiful
So
name.
fun.
Yeah. So Barking Frog is at Willow's Lodge. So how
Yep.
do people make a reservation?
Yeah, do go to the website. You'll find our information there. We are taking reservations for Easter brunch. All that information's on our Willow's Lodge website.
It's my daughter-in-law's favorite East Side restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
it. Barking
Oh,
Frog.
fantastic.
Ben and I
Well-
had like the best staycation at the lodge
Oh,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It's like our first time away from everybody. It was so awesome.
sweet.
I'm itching to go
Yeah.
again.
Get rid of those
Wonderful.
dang children.
Yes.
Well, do come back and
Yeah.
visit.
All right, willowslodge.com. Go for it.
Thank you, Beth.
Yeah.
Up next, we're
Thank
going to
you.
have a little chat with Rashida Rosalie. She made our breakfast this morning, but she's also going to teach a crab class here at the Hot
Yes.
Stove Society. And we'll find out about that on Cairo. It's the Hot Stove Society, 97.3 FM.
Thank you.
That Prosser
Does Caden
sparkling.
Did he work at Microsoft?
I haven't
or
seen
did
that.
His wife work at Microsoft?
I haven't either.
When they started. Okay, that's such an engineering thing. And then, but his wife, was she Microsoft?
A lot of the early Washington wineries were Boeing
Yeah.
from the Boeing Wine
Yeah,
Club.
yeah, that's awesome. That's when there were only a few out there.
Yeah, Kirsten, you're always just jumping into it.
For a little lighting, yeah, much better. I know. That's what I do. Will you flip the carnation or maybe move it. Actually, they're not carnation. So.
right?
So you got to do that.
One more for right here. Sorry. There we go. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Where's
Thanks for the juice. How are your wines, everyone?
Talk to the mic.
And I'm excited about the kids camp, the junior kids camp thing
Where?
here in the summer.
Where?
Here. in
What
the
week?
summer.
I'm in
July
Scotland.
7th.
Second week of July.
7th, I think, because we have to record.
I'm
on
sure I'm
July.
in Scotland.
I
Probably.
just think it's such a cool idea.
children.
10 to 15. I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm trying to figure out.
Don't
who I
forget
know.
the Bridget story is all I'm saying.
Okay, she's banned from teaching,
Yeah,
so
good.
it's okay.
We're back in the kitchen, back in the saddle, so to speak. Let's go crabbing. Why don't we?
Yeah,
Have
we
you
just
ever
had
been
some
crabbing on the
del-
Sound?
Oh, I love crabbing. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
Yep.
How do you go about it?
Well, my friends do, and I go on their boat sometimes.
That's
and
my favorite thing to do too. Is when my
Exactly.
friends do it.
when our friends do it. Yep. And then, even if I'm at Costco a couple weeks ago, some crabs, they were selling them. I can't remember what they were a pound, but they jumped right in my basket.
Uh-huh.
And so we had a crab cracking fest
So
for
you
dinner.
went for the Dungeness?
Yeah. Oh, Dungeness is the superior crab in the world.
Really?
Yes. And I
It
love
is.
Dungees, and it's so cool we can get them here. And I think it's really special.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. There you
Well,
go.
my form of crab fishing is going to H Mart, going to the fish tank,
Yep.
picking the crab that I want, and then
Perfect. We had to do that last 4th of July because the crab season didn't start till the 5th of July. And they always bring the crabs. So they had to go to Wajimaya and bring a bunch of.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my idea of going crabbing is going to the live tank at the old Mutual Fish or Wajimaya or Town and Country or whoever has a live tank.
Yeah.
Shockingly, the Asian Family Grocery on Aurora, 130th and Aurora, used to have some struggles, I'll say, with how the store was laid out, and I don't really want to go into it. Anyway, Jackie wouldn't shop there, but now with TNT opening up,
Oh yeah.
they have cleaned up their act, and
It's a lot nicer.
quite a pleasant shop these days.
Yeah, you're not like, wondering what is that thing is laying in ice.
Yeah,
Ice.
yeah, exactly. So, Rashida Rosley, tell us a little bit about you, and then let's talk about your class.
Hi. I am Rashida. I am from Singapore originally. So my menu for this crab class is very Southeast Asian inspired.
Uh-huh.
Also being from Singapore, people probably would know that we're really famous for the Singaporean chili crab.
I was gonna say, I think of that as Hong Kong too, or is that all?
Yeah.
Is that really Singapore?
It is Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Singaporean thing. But over there, we don't have Dungeness crabs. We use stone crabs, which is a lot harder to eat. You really got to use a hammer and
Because the
That
shell's
claw.
harder. You mean?
it is
just- yeah.
hard. It's
Yeah.
stone crab for a reason. But yeah, we use primarily that crab, and there's a lot of iterations of chili crab. So I try to do justice with what I'm gonna make for this class.
A lot of the crab you see in the grocery store, like from what's the famous tuna company?
Sunkissed?
Yeah, like any of those kind of crabs. Those are swimmer crabs out of Southeast Asia or Vietnamese and
The
Indian.
blue ones, right?
Well, they're blue supposedly, but they're not like the blue crabs on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's like the
They're-
budget version
they're
for
swimmer
us.
crabs, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're talking about a whole different crab than that.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
whole fat
Yeah.
claws.
They
and
look
body.
dinosaur like in the marketplace.
Yeah, it is. It's like whoo, really
Yeah,
big.
It's a wrestle.
That reminded me of this one time I was at home and I had a thing of crab in the kitchen. I was in my room and then suddenly I heard a rustling on the floor. The crab somehow escaped the kitchen and is crawling in my bedroom.
Nice.
Wow, those
Yeah.
move.
And did you have to whack them and eat them?
No, I just fling it back in the
Okay,
sink.
all right.
It's fine.
So let's talk about that. How do you? I remember Becky Selengut, author,
Local
chef.
author,
yeah,
chef.
she's
yeah.
wonderful. She has a book called Fish, and she would do videos. And she would say, "Take the crab and put it in the freezer, so we'll just go and have a nice little nap." And then it puts them kind of in a happy you know, what's
Mood,
it called?
vibe.
Yeah. Well, you know,
It
it's not
slows them
disturbing.
down.
Yeah.
Slows them down, and then she pops them in the boiling pot.
I just pop it straight in the pot. I'm sorry, crab, but that's how I
Yeah.
learned how to do it. Or sometimes, honestly, kind of just stabbing it right between the eye, like into the body,
quick.
The
and then
quickest.
yeah,
Yeah.
crack the what do you call that? The top open, and
Right.
it's a quick.
Just like a lobster. It's the quickest.
Yeah.
I think it's the quickest way, but
Yeah.
you know, what do I know?
As you mean. Okay. Thank you.
That's fair, yeah, yeah.
And so what are you going to teach in the class?
Couple of things. We're gonna start off with crab chawanmushi. Chawanmushi is probably one of my most favorite appetizers. So it's basically a steamed egg and broth with the crab in it, like a little nice clean dish to start your meal with. And then we're gonna go with crab fried rice Thai style. So I like to use the crab tamale.
Tamale.
The butter?
Yeah.
Tamale, yeah.
Is that the butter of it, or
It's the butter. Some people
Crab
call it the
butter.
mustard or
Yeah.
yeah.
It's basically the delicious guts in the crab.
Yeah.
And once like if you steam it slightly first, it's kind of like creamy and buttery. So I'm gonna incorporate that in my fried rice along with some, crab meat in the rice. It's gonna be rich and delicious. But with Thai fried rice, there's a lot of lime juice and white pepper, so it kind of offsets the potential heaviness of the dish.
and you put the crab in at the very end, or what's the process?
Probably as a garnish, so people can see, oh, there's crab in this dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then third thing is, of course, the Singaporean chili crab. That's like probably the most decadent and heaviest part of the meal. But it's like spicy, sweet, and then you get fried mantou, which is fried bao buns that you kind of tear and dip into the sauce. But I also like to eat it with white rice, kind of just sop up all the sauce. And yeah, this
So
is
is it like a steamed bao that you then fry?
yes, yeah, and
Wow.
it's really good.
That sounds delightful.
And that's the manto.
Mantou.
Manto.
Yeah. Depends on how you want to pronounce it. And for dessert, we have cheng ting, which is kind of like a crushed ice dessert with dried lychees. I call it lychees, but people say lychee. I'm like, lychee. And dried longan, which is kind of like a rambutan kind of fruit. It's crunchy, light, with a seed in it.
Right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle.
But it's
so
so
you gotta
fun. The hairy fruit. That's-
it is very juicy and very
Yeah.
tropical.
And that's spelled long, Longan.
Longan. Oh, lychee? And
No, the long
longan.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. It's a brown skin, opaque white flesh, and a black seed in the middle.
Oh, I
so
know
you
which one
gotta
you're talking about.
be
Yeah,
careful
yeah,
when
yeah.
you bite into it to take the seed off. I mean, the peel off.
When you
Yeah.
came up with this menu, where did you have just a plethora of things to choose from, or did you know right away what your favorites
It's basically the crab things that I like to eat, and then kind of put it together. I
So
like
if you have crab, you're making one of these things.
probably
generally.
yeah. Because crab and drawn butter is so boring, but you gotta have like a lot of things going on with it. But I know sometimes it's like you're kind of like losing the flavor of the crab with all this, delicious other sauce and flavors. But like, I don't know.
Well, I
like it
think a
that
lot
way.
of times people think of crab, and in many ways it is, as more of like a luxury food because it's expensive. And
Yeah.
so you feel like I have to do it as simple as possible so that I'm just like showing off the flavor
Yeah.
and perfection of the crab. But sometimes I think people forget that there's a lot of other things that you can
Exactly. Like
with
the
crab
sweet
meat.
and sour and spice flavor of that chili crab sauce goes so well with the crab. And like eating it together is that texture of the crab. You can still also taste the crab because there is crab juice in the sauce as well. So you're not really losing the essence of crab
And
in the sauce.
How important is it to do your own crab versus just buying it like in the tub at Costco, or buying it? Well, the hand picked it's so expensive. It's beautiful, but how important is it to do it yourself?
Well, I think if I'm doing this chili crab specifically, I would use a whole crab, but I am not opposed to just getting the meat, I do that.
Oh, don't give in. After I had a chili crab in Hong Kong, I have never been more messy after a crab in my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's juices
Because
all
of
over
the
your arm.
red chili. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just look like you're on a bloody mess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does add to the satisfaction of eating it. So, like specifically for chili crab, I would say get the whole crab.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for chawanmushi, it's just a little bit of meat in
Uh-huh.
the egg pudding, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, we only have a minute, but do you have a favorite place to get live crab down in Chinatown? Or around an Asian market, or-
Usually H Mart, the live tank. But I
Uh-huh.
also get my crab from this person called Will. He does Northwest Bounty. He's a local fisherman that works with reservations and smaller fishermen, and basically sells their seafood to restaurants.
Uh-huh.
And I'm probably gonna get my crab from him. He gets it from the reservations for this season, but I think in July he gets it from like Alaska,
Right.
or something.
Right.
But yeah, that's my
So
crab.
call Will.
Call Will. Best Catch Seattle is his.
Oh, okay. I was
you
gonna
know.
say that's a challenge right there.
I'm
Call
trying
Will.
to get him to go on the show, but he's really camera shy. So
We got this. Come check out Rosalie's class. Rashida's class, excuse me. Rosalie is her last name. Teaching a class on April the 10th, 5:30 to 7:30.
Perfect.
yeah.
Which is funny because I think I just I'm hosting a dinner at my house that night for an auction item that I did. So
Are you doing
I'm gonna miss
crab?
it. I might have to do crab now. Yeah. All right. Up next, we're going to plan some Easter menu. Rashida's going to sit right there and plan with us on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
I knew you were
I
going to
know
do
that
that.
thing about Easter menus.
So I bought crab from Costco, frozen, and it came in, I think it was 10 pounds. And it's in my freezer, and I took out just one bit.
You're talking
and I-
about king crab now.
No, this is Dungees
Dungy still?
from Alaska. Yeah, it was
10
frozen.
pound box?
10 pounds. And they're broken down in, I think, a crab.
Like quarters.
Yeah, there's, I
Yeah.
think, or halves, I think. Yeah. Anyway,
I've seen the
It's-
halves there kind of lined up under plastic wrap.
yeah. These are
Right.
just already in little cryovac thing. And it's okay, but it's just not as
Not
good
the
as
same, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
frozen.
you
is
lost
just-
half the flavor when they
You're
pre-cook
right.
it for you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But I love it so much that I just had to go for it. And the pricing was right. It was Costco and they shipped it to your front door. So
Yeah.
We're back here in the kitchen. We're still talking crab during the break. Why wouldn't you? I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
Chef Rashida is sticking in the guest chair there. We're going to talk a little bit about Easter and Easter brunch. And you said, quite literally, you know nothing about Easter.
Yeah. Don't really celebrate or, do anything in regards to Easter. So
Well, I don't much either. I went to Catholic school 1 through 12, and I've learned my lesson to stay away from that stuff.
Mm.
But I do love a good Easter ham. That's my favorite thing about Easter. How about you, Bex?
Easter's always been a family thing with extended cousins and grandparents. And we've done it every year. And now my mom's gone, but we go to my husband's family, and she's been doing it every year, and it's a lot of fun. I don't host it. I just get to bring something nice.
Bring something nice. Loretta, how about you?
I love Easter. I
You
mean,
grew up with it at our house.
I grew up, we had it every year. I think I love a tradition like that. It's
Mhm.
kind of like Thanksgiving for me, where I only eat that meal one day a year. So I look forward to it from that perspective. And I love ham. So
My mother loved ham. My mother would buy herself those. Well, she would always buy the worst hams. But she didn't know
Cheapest.
she didn't know they were the worst.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against her, but they were just full of saline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Pumped up.
like still bone in, still like a half ham. And even when she was cooking for herself at 89 years old, she would still buy ham and then just pick at it all week long. It wouldn't go bad. I mean, you could leave it in your fridge for a decade.
Yeah. It's already
There's so
cooked.
much salt
yeah.
in it. Yeah, exactly. But she loved herself a ham and scalloped potatoes.
yeah, I think people that haven't had ham, like the type that you buy,
Uh-huh.
don't understand how good ham can be, because
Right.
I think people are used to that saline packed, more deli style ham. Even the thick cuts that you get at the grocery store, it's not the same.
No.
Rashida, do you know what we're talking about?
kinda. Like a
Have you ever
whole
had
thing of
ham?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
And
glazed ham.
goes
and-
great with red chili crab.
Maybe in another world.
Yeah. For me, I always buy ham whole, bone in, which is can be anywhere from 11 pounds to 20 pounds. The ones that I got for this Easter are 17 pounds or so each. And I
That is
happened to hit the
huge.
buy button twice, which I didn't really mean to.
Oh,
So I have 2 of them now.
Nice.
So we're going to have ham somewhere, somehow in one of the restaurant menus here coming up.
Although I heard Loretta say, "Yeah, but Dad, I want one."
Well, she
So-
can have the one. I'm going to be in Scottsdale. So
Scottsdale, yeah.
Maybe with the whole TSA thing, I
We'll
don't
see,
necessarily
yeah.
want to get stuck in that. But
Mhm.
what else do you look forward to? Because your mother makes hot cross buns every year, being Jackie Cross,
Mhm.
and they're terrible.
Wow, I don't think they're terrible.
Like I would say, she likes to use a new recipe every year.
yeah, she
I would
does
say
like to-
half of them come out good, and then the other half you're like, oh, we don't need to make those again.
she does like to test a new bun recipe every year. I love a hot cross bun. I like to make my little sandwich with the cut of ham on the sweet bun with the dried fruit in it. It's just perfect.
Easter
Yeah,
bread.
it's delicious. But we usually have some kind of scallop potato dish.
Right. She makes the most delicious scallop
Yeah.
potatoes, really browned onions layered with turnips and potatoes and sometimes celery root layered with cheese
Wow.
and cream and baked. And the real key is to spread them out on a sheet pan rather than in a thick pan
Mhm.
and get all that brown goodness on the top.
Mhm.
Because that's the
The
taste
brown
you
part's
want.
the best part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone dives for the brown.
That's like what
Yeah.
you did at the palace with the turnip.
yeah,
gratin,
exactly.
yeah.
Just
Thin and-
spread it out really
Mm.
thin.
Mm.
And instead of, because a lot of times you see scallop potatoes are an inch and a half thick. That's all just potatoes and cream. There's, yeah.
Decadent.
You look at me like I'm crazy.
No, it just sounds really heavy for lunch.
It is heavy.
Sounds like I'm
It's
gonna
a
need a
brunch.
nap.
It's more of a brunch thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we're more of a dinner. Yeah, we're later in the day.
Yeah, I think it's like Thanksgiving where it's kind of like the one
Right, one
meal
meal
that
you
you
eat
eat
throughout
that
the
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there might be like we usually have deviled eggs or something like
Yeah.
that. But and then asparagus. I always kind of think of it as the first time I've had asparagus of the season is on
Right.
Easter.
We always have to
usually.
cheat a little bit
Yeah.
with the California grass, but usually the Washington grass is out by the end of April, which is past Easter.
I like it more as just the introduction to spring.
Mhm.
Like more, we're not a religious family, so we never treated it as such, but I think it was always a time to get together. It's 50-50 on if it's nice out in
Mhm.
Seattle at that time.
Uh-huh.
And it just felt like, okay, we're starting a new season here.
I would agree
I
with
like
that.
that for it.
Well, I'm bringing dessert, so I could either put in an order at the Dahlia, or any ideas? And my mother-in-law does the traditional ham and
So
scallop
it's
potatoes.
going with that traditional
Mhm.
menu. So we probably want a little bit more traditional dessert. Any ideas?
What's the traditional dessert for Easter?
well, carrot cake. But I was thinking kind of maybe a vanilla. I've been loving making vanilla panna cotta in these
Uh-huh.
little tiny dishes, and then doing a huckleberry something compote on top. And so if I did one little thing of that, then I could do a couple little tastes.
A little caveat is that I believe that April is the best of the California strawberry season.
Oh,
It's like it jump starts. Ours starts usually second week of June maybe,
Mhm.
but of all the times throughout the year of California berries that are available, this is the time. It's like right now artichokes, March.
Yeah.
Artichokes are their best right now because of the California season. So I might think of something with strawberries.
Mhm.
Probably not strawberry shortcake. That just seems
Too
very
heavy.
summery.
yeah.
But
Rashida?
with all the ham and berries, I'm thinking Dutch baby, like savory Dutch baby with the ham,
Oh, fun.
and then sweet Dutch baby with all the berries.
Uh-huh.
Why not?
why not?
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love a Dutch baby,
I love a good Dutch baby.
which is funny being Singaporean.
I mean, it's just a fluffy, thick pancake.
When were you
so-
first introduced? What was your first memory of a Dutch baby?
You know what? I think it's here when I had to come up with a new brunch menu at one of the restaurants I worked at. Like, what is something that is relatively easy to pick up and also has a big wow factor? And
Uh-huh.
it's Dutch baby.
Yeah.
But I had to make a gluten-free Dutch baby with buckwheat flour.
Was
So
it good?
It's good, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as fluffy as a regular Dutch baby. But it's
Uh.
still an option for the gluten-free folks. So
Mhm.
no one complained.
Mhm. I grew up with them. It's a special Sunday breakfast. My parents, yeah. Love it.
I'm going angel food cake for dessert.
I like
Ooh.
that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you can't do a creme anglaise, but like
or
an
the
orange,
angel, any yeah.
orange.
She can't do an
Yeah.
angel food cake.
I know, but,
But
an
I do
angel
like
food
making
cake
stuff for
with
other
an
people.
orange creme
Yeah.
anglaise and some fresh berries.
Mm.
You know, one of my favorite of that genre was in my first book, maybe it's in the bakery book. I did a 5-spice angel food cake with a star anise orange creme anglaise. Really good. Really good.
Wow. Well, along the Dutch baby idea with eggs and Easter, you could do a clafouti as well.
Mhm.
Maybe put strawberries in there. Would that be okay? Or you need cherries?
That's up to you, but I don't like
that
cooked,
face is
I don't like
saying
cooked
no.
strawberries in
Okay.
that way. So I don't even really like them macerated. I don't like that little spongy texture that they get. But cherries hold up much better for me.
I
know-
love strawberries in any form, fresh, jam, macerated, everything. Yeah.
Balsamic vinegar.
Okay, that one is a little bit too far.
Oh,
Balsamic
okay.
vinegar.
Whoa. She had the same face I did.
You did. I'm getting the stink eye all around.
I don't know. It's like, I get it. I've seen people put macerated strawberries and balsamic vinegar with soda water as a drink. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, that kind of sounds delicious. And then I tried it for myself. I don't know. That balsamic vinegar is too much.
I mostly see it in salad form where you have a green salad with a few berries in it.
Yeah, but you have
balsamic
the
vinegar.
goat cheese and the spinach to kind of
Yeah.
like cut all that up. So it's not too bad, but just
I don't
straight
believe
up.
in berries in salad.
You
Really?
don't.
Mm-mm.
Not even
Wow.
a blueberry and a
Nope.
Nope.
That's a broad brush right
Yeah.
there.
I don't believe berries should be in your salad.
That's funny because the only thing you ever told me to get when you're coming to our house is berries for the babies.
Yeah, but I don't put them in a salad.
Whatever.
I don't know. I'm not a savory berry.
Did you look at the dirty
Person.
food list that just came out yesterday?
No, did anyone come out? Is strawberries like number one?
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
sure.
So get the organic, or we've talked about this before. Do we soak them in water with a little vinegar or a little baking soda?
Yeah. I do the
And that-
vinegar trick.
You do the vinegar?
Yeah.
And how much? What's the ratio? I think I overdo it.
Just a little glug, you know. Yeah, not too much. Otherwise, your strawberries just taste like vinegar.
Yeah. Let it sit for.
Yeah, and then all
You
the
must
stuff kind
You'll
of
see the
starts.
stuff come off.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I,
so that works, and it
It's a good
keeps your berries last longer too.
especially if you do that right when you get them.
Yeah,
And then put them in the
yeah.
fridge uncovered
Make
and
sure
they
you
dry,
dry
out.
it out first, and
Yes.
then you put it away. Otherwise, that wetness is just gonna
Mush.
exactly.
Yeah. That's one thing I have learned, which you guys all know in the kitchens, is the fridge is a dryer for you.
It's a
Yeah.
dry environment.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that until I kind of saw what you guys were doing, and now I use it all the time. Wash veggies, and put it on a sheet pan with a towel. Put it in the fridge and just let it do the last
Dry.
bit of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why whenever you look at your produce drawer, if you don't leave things in the produce bags, a lot of people empty the produce bag into their vegetable drawer when they get home. Leave it in the produce bag. It lasts twice as long,
Yeah.
if not longer.
Okay.
Or else it starts to wilt immediately.
Yep. Put your herbs in a thing of water before you put it in the fridge.
I do that.
Lasts longer
It looks
that
really
way.
pretty, and green onions, and then they keep
Yeah.
growing.
yeah.
Don't forget to make your ham glaze. My
Okay.
special ham glaze.
Okay.
I don't think we have
We
time.
only have a minute.
People can look it up online.
Oh.
Or they can buy my cookbook.
Is it still in print?
Oh, Loretta Douglas.
That wasn't funny.
It was
Taylor,
kind of
you
funny.
stop that. All right, we're going to come back for food for thought. Oh, we have a whole minute? So, yeah, it is still in print, as a matter of fact. I can't even speak. I'm verklempt. I trust you wouldn't know if it was in print because you've never used it.
It's not true.
It paid for your schooling.
Yeah. I'm very thankful.
That's a good point.
Is it still true, Loretta, if you had your choice and money was not an object, you'd still be in school?
Yes.
You always
You love
loved
being a student,
school.
love learning.
I
Yeah.
hated school.
Ben and I
Yeah.
had a conversation the other night about at what point in my life we think I could go get my PhD so that I could
Mhm.
go back to school.
Mhm.
That's very funny. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. Enough about Easter. Let's move on to Food for Thought Tasty Trivia on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society show.
Will you stay?
Sure.
Because you get so excited when you get ready.
Well, let's see if does anybody want to do trivia before we make Rashida do it?
Birthday girl?
I'll do it.
All right. There we go.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm so thank
Yeah.
you.
You've been relieved.
And what is your name? Courtney. Come on up. Yes, you can.
Any good guess, Courtney, loses on purpose. Just saying.
I'm quite competitive though, so.
Oh, that's cute.
Test, syphilis, test.
Good job.
How's my radio voice?
It's awesome.
Okay.
Super hot.
Oh wow, thank you, Tom.
And Courtney, where are you visiting from?
Oh, I live in Ballard.
Okay, awesome.
Local.
Have
You
you
know how
been to
many
the
people
show
I talked to
before?
in Ballard that haven't been downtown in 15 years?
No. I come down here often to your restaurants.
Well,
Actually, I'm a
thank
big
you.
Serious Pie
Mm.
Palace Kitchen gal. So
Great.
yeah,
It's true though. It's amazing to me. Oh, I would never go downtown. You live in Ballard, for God's sake.
yeah.
Close mind.
I do
10-minute
frequent
drive.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
frequent downtown. Honestly, I'm one of the brave Ballard folks. So.
What's your favorite Ballard restaurant we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, so actually, Asadero is on deck for this evening. I love Asadero.
Uh-huh.
Pestle Rock. I was like
Pestle-
kind of
so
like
good.
looking. Is
Ooh,
anyone
it
going to
is
mention
too
that?
spicy for me. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I really enjoy Pestle Rock.
It kicked my butt the last time.
And then actually, I did wander into the AA sushi restaurant. And so what's wild is it's incredibly affordable and super fresh. You're like, you kind of don't feel like you can
Conveyor
always
belt?
get that. Pardon?
Is it conveyor belt AA sushi?
No, it's
Okay.
not. I thought it was. But no,
so
I mean,
it is AA. So I had the name right because I just
Yeah.
kind of drove by. And it's like I don't remember seeing it. Is it
yeah, it was
brand
like,
new?
yeah, it was. So it was like Billy Beach, and then something else
it was
before
Billy
that.
Beach before. Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that.
and then, but no, it's wild because it's so fresh and affordable.
It's
I'm
a
like, how are they
chain.
doing this?
They've
Yeah.
got a few stores.
Yeah, and I tried their udon, which was really nice, and just a few things.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Fun.
yeah. So
And
anyway,
I love the pork chop sign next door.
yes, exactly.
Is that still in business? The pork chop?
so?
shop?
It's Rachel's.
That's where Rachel's Bagels and
Okay.
Burritos is
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
originally pork chop. So
'Cause
I
years
like.
ago we had him on the radio show, the pork chop guy. So.
Oh yeah, and Rachel she's super active in the community and everything. And they have a place in Lake City now as well with the
Isn't that
bagels.
funny? I thought it was Rachel's ginger beer. I thought
Right.
that was the same Rachel.
No, yeah, different.
I totally had that.
Would she
wrong
be a
in my
fun
head.
guest?
I
on the show?
yeah, I
What's
think
her last
so.
name? What's her name?
I don't know what her last name is. It's Rachel something. She's super active on her social media. You can kind of get a idea of what she's like from there. Does a lot
She
of
did a bunch of stuff for like raising money.
social impact stuff
yeah.
and like kind of prep, prepping the community and
Yeah, they're cool.
restaurant support.
What
and,
restaurant?
Rachel's
it's
Bagels and Burritos.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Um,
I've
I
reached
like
out.
San Fermo too.
love San Fermo.
That
Yeah.
was the other one I was going to say.
Yeah.
The bar
Never-
seats are so uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Oh my God. Because oftentimes the place is packed. You can
Yeah.
only sit at the bar. So
They want you to move.
I will say Staple and Fancy has new bar stools, which makes me.
Oh, are
very
they
happy.
better?
Oh, yeah.
Also love a fish and chip from McLeod's.
That's, I think, often the best fish and chip in Seattle.
That's where we go always. If we're not going over to Bainbridge, we're going to McLeod's for that.
Yeah.
My husband and I
You
were
own a
engaged in
fish and chip
Scotland. So
restaurant.
I understand. I think it's delicious.
yeah, we love their
Have
whole
you been
fish.
to Mr. Fish yet? Thanks for your support. That's awesome.
Oh no, I haven't. That's one I haven't. Okay, I'll go.
No, we make a delicious fish and chip, but in Ballard, I think McLeod's is by far the best.
Mhm.
It's a different style
And
too. Yeah.
the English style over on Bainbridge.
Bainbridge, yeah.
What's it called?
Well, it
It's a
used to be
very-
proper fish. They
Yeah.
were
Proper
supposed to
fish.
cater my wedding, canceled, and so we went with Skillet. Skillet came out with a food truck.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, it's my life story for everyone.
You're
Wow.
Just warming up the guests, you guys.
Courtney,
Thanks.
thank you for, I love it.
Wow. They canceled on your wedding?
Yeah, so basically we booked far ahead of time. They had a truck, because
Uh-huh.
they used to pop up at the
Yeah.
Ballard Farmers Market, and it was like a month and a half before, and like, sorry, we're just not going to be able to do it.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, okay, well, who can bring a food truck out for 175 people at my
Uh-huh.
family's property?
You have a lot of friends. Wow.
A few.
Yeah.
Of course
I had-
she does.
I
And
had,
so Skillet stepped in.
I
and-
had 2 people at my wedding. So
well, that's nice. I mean,
That's all you invited, though.
yeah.
I had
I didn't have any
150
more
and a
friends.
food truck. So
you what?
I said I had 150 and a food truck
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Okay. Wow.
in Prosser, Washington. So-
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. I know maybe when she talked about that table of 100 out of Carnation
Yeah.
Farm, it reminded me of your wedding. We had a
That's-
table of 80,
Yeah.
Oh,
Two
Two tables of 40.
Yeah, 2 tables of 80.
2 tables of 80.
tables of
God, you're
75, yeah.
expensive.
oh,
The good news is I've almost paid off her wedding from 6,
Oh,
six
yeah.
years ago. Yeah.
Just a few more cookbooks to go.
yeah. Mine was crowdfunding from, multiple parents, myself, things like that.
All right, Easter's coming up fast, and I hope you get some of the Rub with Love in your Easter basket. Why wouldn't you? For recipe ideas or to purchase a few jars, please visit our website, tomdouglas.com, or go into one of the many grocery stores that carry our product, or online or whatever, because it's fun. What would I use for my Easter if I was to rub something for my Easter? I'd use the veggie rub on the asparagus.
I think the serious pie spice on the ham would be good.
Yeah, a little kind of
That
Italian.
fennelly.
seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay, we've settled that now. Thank
All
you very
right.
much. Becky, what are we going to do? Who's our guest?
Well, we've got Courtney from Ballard, who's
Chatty Courtney.
Chatty Courtney, who's a huge foodie, and she knows a lot about this fun stuff.
Well, thank you.
And it's her
yes.
birthday.
And it's her birthday.
And she
It
recently
is.
got
Happy
married.
birthday!
Recently, 9 years ago.
Recently, 9 years ago.
Well, when you're my age, that's
But-
recent.
Yeah, exactly. Newlyweds every day.
Guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Carl.
Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for listening.
thank you.
And each of you will get 5. Have you heard this before?
A time or two.
Okay. Well, each of you will get 5 questions, and the winner, perhaps you, will take a stroll in the gift shop and pick up a Rub with Love spice blend. All right. So we'll start with Loretta. Loretta, number 1. When eating a chocolate Easter bunny, which part do 75% of Americans bite off first?
The ears.
The ears, it is.
But she's allergic to chocolate. So
I
I think that's a
know.
no. An X.
She got it right.
Okay.
Nice try. Number 2.
Sabotage.
What transforms a classic Mexican horchata, that sweet cinnamon spiced rice drink, into a dirty horchata?
Booze or coffee.
Which one?
I'll go coffee.
It's coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thinking
it
of the
is.
color.
Either a shot of espresso or cold brew.
Okay.
All right. Number 3. True or false? Bur-
Also allergic to coffee and chocolate.
Yeah. I'm not very thoughtful today with my
No,
questions.
Fine. I'm used to it.
Not from me. True or false? Bourbon is a type of whiskey, just as mezcal is a type of tequila.
True.
It's actually false.
False?
I just learned this. Bourbon is a type of whiskey.
Yeah, but mezcal is not a type of tequila.
No.
The way that question is phrased, yeah, you should have done it the other way around.
Tequila is a specific type of mezcal with strict rules. It must be made from blue Weber agave. It's produced in designated regions like mostly Jalisco, and agave hearts are typically steamed in ovens, not roasted. But I thought it was the other
You
way
should
around.
have reversed the question. Because the true or
Don't
false
you
is
tell
about
Becky
the
what to
mezcal.
do.
And I'm just saying.
All right.
You gave one
She's
as
crying. She's crying.
the
now.
one you gave as a given was false.
No, the one I gave as a given is true. Bourbon is a type of whiskey,
Yeah, but you said just as.
just as mezcal is
Yeah,
a type
so
of
the
tequila.
given is the mezcal, not the question is on the bourbon. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Number
This
4.
is what I had to do all her life.
Well, you sent her to so much school
Your
that,
law school is
she's just
showing.
going to
Some
school
law
us.
school right there.
There it is.
Number 4. Which common Italian pasta translates into little tongues?
Little tongues. Common.
Mhm.
Linguine.
Linguine it is. Good job. Final question.
Now, what made you guess that? The
I was trying to think of lingua. Yeah.
Multiple choice. Which country consumes the most seafood per capita? Japan, Portugal, or Iceland?
per capita is hard.
It is.
Yeah.
I like to be tricky.
Per capita, Japan.
It's actually Iceland. They eat about 180 to 185 pounds for Japan pounds per person, where Japan's around 100. So
Wow.
3 out of 5. Good job. You contend it's 4 out of 5, but all right, Courtney.
Wow, who's the competitive one here?
Well, honestly,
I
me.
thought Courtney
Buckle
was
up.
gonna be, but-
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up, people. Here we go. True or false? After Halloween, Easter is the second biggest candy holiday in the U.S., ahead of Christmas and Valentine's Day.
True.
That is true. All right. Number 2, ham is the most purchased Easter centerpiece in the U.S. What meat is the traditional choice in Mediterranean and Latin American? Lamb it
Lamb.
is. No hesitation. Okay.
Would you do ham or lamb? What's your favorite?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Honestly, lamb is a real crowd pleaser,
Uh-huh.
so I'd probably go with that. But my mom loves that saline soaked ham.
Yeah.
That's like her thing.
Yeah,
So,
just my mom bought whatever the cheapest one was on sale.
oh yeah, I guarantee there's probably 2 or 3 in her refrigerator, and
Yeah.
who knows how old they are.
Yeah.
Is that true, Mom, sitting in the audience? Yes,
Yeah.
it is. That's great. Good job. I love it. Okay, number 3. Don Don noodles started as a true Szechuan street food carried on a bamboo pole called the Dan Dan. Don Don. Did you know that?
Yeah. So I used to live in China. Chatty Courtney. Here we go.
So wait a second. What type of flour is used to make these classic noodles? Would it be wheat, rice, or buckwheat?
Buckwheat, I think.
It's actually plain old wheat.
Wheat? Oh,
Wheat
shoot.
it is.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all right.
Thank you.
Number 4, which cocktail is more popular in Mexico, the margarita or the paloma?
Paloma.
It is true. I was surprised. Margarita is outside of Mexico.
What is
but
Paloma?
Paloma
Is
is,
it
Tequila,
grapefruit?
squirt,
Grapefruit, yeah.
grapefruit. Yeah, I
Grapefruit,
think
yeah.
it's because
And
of the
lime
soda
juice.
probably is why
Yep.
I guessed.
yep. And sometimes they garnish it with a grapefruit little thing.
But at resorts, it's probably a margarita.
True.
The margarita at Asadero last night was delicious.
Oh, it always is.
Yeah.
Hmm. True or false? Polenta and grits are made from the same type of corn.
I'm going to go true.
It's false.
Okay.
Polenta is made from flint corn, while grits are made from dent corn. So you're in a tie with Loretta. 3 out of 5.
What was the last one? The dead corn?
Dent corn. Yeah, dent.
D-E-N-T.
D-E-N-t.
I don't know it.
I think
Yeah, I
Bridget
would
did a
have
class
said
on-
that was true too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had to go for it. 50-50.
Loretta's
I know
happy
they're
about
both
that.
dried.
They're both dried, yes. And okay, Tom, number 1. Reese's peanut butter eggs are a seasonal Easter spin on a classic candy. Why do fans love them more than their traditional cups?
You know why?
Loretta, raise her hand.
Tell us.
They have less chocolate.
Exactly.
More peanut butter.
Exactly, a higher
Yes,
peanut
exactly
butter
what I was going to
content.
say.
All right, we'll see how this goes. Did you just give that to him? All right.
I'm
nice,
giving.
nice daughter. Okay, number 2. Mexico
They
City.
have less chocolate?
Yeah, so it's more peanut butter because
More
they're
peanut butter.
round. You know,
Ratio wise.
ratio.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Mexico City, built on a lake at 7,000 feet above sea level, has been sinking since the 1500s, sometimes in parts up to 20 inches a year. I didn't know that. Fascinating. What's the largest fish Americans enjoy from lakes? I heard
From
it.
Mexico City lakes?
No. So I was just
Just any like she's just giving you a lake fact.
I was just in Mexico City and I was fascinated that it was built on a lake and it's sinking 100 times more than faster than Venice.
Okay.
So then I had to put that in there and then I came up with what's the largest fish Americans enjoy from lakes.
Did you have nothing else to do on the airplane?
Oh, it's so fun. I was giggling.
The largest fish, steelhead.
Sturgeon.
Virgin.
Because they can get up to 8 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Lake Washington. It's terrifying.
I think they're gone now. There might be a few left. Scary.
I hope so.
Well, they live about 100 years and the locks were put in.
Yeah.
Yes, we're getting close. Something. All right. Multiple choice. Which food became a classic pub pairing with tankards of porter in the 18th century London? Oysters, beef pies, or pickled eggs?
Who cares?
I-
Do you know what his nickname is? Tankard Tom.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I hit 5 tankers when I was in Scotland one time, and next thing I was doing lap dances in the men's locker room. I got my name.
And it's stuck ever since.
Exactly. And there's pictures.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Loretta.
You're so welcome.
Post them on Instagram.
Yeah. Or not.
So back then, were people enjoying
Pickled eggs or what?
beef
Oysters?
pies or oysters?
I think beef was probably still too expensive.
You're-
Is my guess. So it would be oysters or pickled eggs. I'm going to go with oysters.
Oysters it is. They were cheap street
Yeah.
food. Okay. Number 4. What
Yeah,
is
who MFK Fisher or somebody said whoever the first person to pick up and eat an oyster is a brave man.
Yeah, true. Who would have thought? All right. What is the name of a dried shredded meat product with a light, fluffy, cotton-like texture and is popular across Asia?
Meat threads.
You asked ET about this
I
last
know
week.
I did, but I don't meat floss.
Meat floss it
Yeah.
is. Have you heard of meat floss?
Oh, that sounds horrible.
You can do a second entry on an answer. Just wondering.
Sure.
Oh, okay. I'd like to go back and correct mine. It was
Oh.
regular flour, not buckwheat. 4 out of 5.
All right. Number
Wow.
5.
Courtney's tough.
We'll see if you're going to tie with the ladies or take it away. Oh, Loretta gave you that other one, so I'm not sure. What antioxidant rich berry is often used in smoothies and touted
Acai.
as a super? Yes, it is. Great.
That's like the easiest question ever.
Well, for you, Smarty Pants, good job. You're the winner.
It's easier than what's the biggest fish you can get out of a lake? I thought my answer was pretty good.
I think
You
it
can get
was,
some pretty big steelhead, but you can get bigger sturgeon.
yes, quite a bit bigger.
What about orcas? How are they in lakes?
They're not in lakes.
They're not.
No,
Nor are they a fish.
nor are they a
Courtney,
fish.
since
John.
you're a loser today, you're welcome to take a stroll through the gift shop and pick
Oh,
out a
thank
spice
you.
wrap, take home with you.
Wow, thank you.
If you want to be part of our show, you can join the community on YouTube Live at Tom Douglas & Co. or buy a ticket to join us here in the studio like the lovely Courtney, Chinese Courtney, recently married Courtney, Hot Stove Society Courtney. Show is produced by Becky Guzak. Our technical wizard today is Cameron Thomas. And our editor is Sean. Please don't call me Del Torre. If you miss any episode of our Hot Stove Society show on Cairo, you can listen via podcast. Just subscribe with your favorite podcast app.
Thanks for listening.
Happy Easter.
That's next week. This is Happy Easter planning.
I got it.
Okay.
So bossy. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
And I'm Loretta Douglas.
Today on the Hot Stove Society radio show, Chef Kristen Schumacher of Carnation Farms joins us. Easter menu planning for brunch to dinner. And Beth Hickey of Barking Frog shares her favorite Washington spring wines.
Awesome. I'm making him shorter because otherwise Sean has to cut him down because
Okay.
they have to be 15.
It was 15 seconds,
Yeah,
right?
it's perfect. It's perfect.
All right, Courtney, thank you so much.
Thanks, Courtney.
Is the mushroom over there? Because that is.